Hello, hello. Coming to you live from Thrive Tribe. It's been a while. So I wanted to just come on here quickly. I don't have much time, yet there's this concept that has been on my mind, on my heart. It's been showing up in different ways, and those of you that know me know how I work and how pieces come together. So it's this concept of working with Puma energy, right? And it came across actually through some oracle cards that I was working with, and then on a little like totem thing that I found in California. So this energy of the Puma has been in my realm, and today I kept getting like the Puma, like the Puma, like the Puma. So I wanted to share just what's been coming up in relation to the Puma and how perhaps you can apply it to your life, whether you're working on something in specific or you've been thinking of a goal or something that you want to have manifest in your life. Just a few things about the Puma that you can apply. So the first concept is patience. The Puma is patient. And anytime there's a vision, there's an idea, there's a project, there's a goal, especially if it's a large one or if it includes other people, patience, it's a virtue for a reason. It is something that I perceive it's practice, right? If we ask for patience, we'll simply get situations where we're required to be patient. So practicing it, embracing it, and Interestingly enough, I was looking up the origin of the word patience, and it's actually connected to suffering. And so maybe that's why we tend to like want things right now. It's because being patient feels like we're suffering. Yet there's this concept of time and space that has to happen or be present in whatever we want to bring into the physical form. And so patience is what allows things to unfold, right? It's really a matter of setting the intention, acting upon it, and allowing it to unfold in the highest manner, right? Because sometimes we think we know what we want, or we're like going after something, and lo and behold, it's like, oh no, maybe not. So it's nice to carry that. And so again, rather than continuing to ask for patience, it's more of an embracing of patience, a practice of patience. And so the next piece is to have a simple strategy in whatever you're going for. Sometimes we may have like a large vision, a lot of goals, and that can be overwhelming if we don't break it down into baby steps, into small pieces that we can daily work on rather than a whole bunch at once. So a simple strategy, because sometimes too what can happen is that if it's too large, then we tend to procrastinate and we get distracted, and something else is shining, and so we lose our way. So simple strategy. The way that the Puma attacks is very, very strategic. They are very efficient in the way that they go for their prey. So another thing about the Puma is that it's secretive, and I thought this was really interesting because it's important that when we're working towards something, that it's almost like keeping the progress and the process private. It is this energy of walking the walk rather than talking it. And what this allows us to do is sometimes to make changes in a way where we don't have the opinions of others saying, oh, maybe you shouldn't do it this way, whatever the case. And sometimes people don't necessarily want to see you do what you do. So it is what it is, right? And so keeping the process and the progress private creates this energy of, it's almost like sacred, right? It becomes yours. It's like you can share once it's done, right? Share it once it's complete. Keep your eyes on the prize, right? And so it's like just hone in on what you're focusing on without talking about it. Just do it. And another piece is to use your energy wisely, right? The Puma doesn't attack just because. This goes back to strategy. This goes back to no wasting time or energy, no distractions, simply going for it. Again, being efficient, being effective, being detail-oriented, there's this saying by T. Harv Eker. He says, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? And so when we are strategic, when we're patient, when we're wise with our energy, that shows up in everything that's unfolding for us. So, and lastly, it's have courage to face what you're afraid of, right? You can see some of the animals that the puma attacks, and a lot of times they're larger than itself, and it still goes for it, right? And it perfects its strategy to the point that it's not missing. It's happening. So embody the power of the puma in all that you do. So again, patience, simple strategy, use your energy wisely, keep your progress and process private so that it's sacred for you. Share it once the results are in, yet in your process, keep it for you, and have the courage to face what you're afraid of. Namaste.